Permeating every aspect of school life, the school principal is an educator, administrator, coach, and mentor. The principal's role has evolved over time from the top-down lone authority tasked with rescuing vulnerable schools from failure to an effective leader who encourages those qualities in students and teachers, motivating them to step out beyond classroom boundaries to transform the school from a workplace to a learning place. This is according to Hollinger of 2005. Good afternoon, everyone. My report is all about instructional leadership. What is instructional leadership? Before I am going to proceed to its meaning, to its definition, let me introduce to you the purpose of instructional leadership. School leaders need to learn about high-quality instruction and actions so that they can motivate and support their teachers. Then, they are going to organize professional learning for their teachers and otherwise help teachers improve their classroom practices. With improved instruction, student achievement will also improve. The school heads also, or the purpose also of instructional leadership is to take action that includes strategic planning, coaching, and professional development for teachers and other set of principles of learning about the ideas and practices that promote students' academic achievement. What is instructional leadership? Instructional leadership encompasses those actions that a school leader takes or delegates to others to promote growth in student learning. This is according to D.V. Boyce of 1984. And it comprises the following tasks. First, defining the purpose of schooling, setting school-wide goals, providing the resources needed for learning to occur, supervising and evaluating teachers, coordinating staff in book development programs, and creating collegial relationships with among teachers. Effective instructional leaders are intensely involved in curricular and instructional issues that directly affect student achievement. The key players in instructional leadership includes the following: school director, these are the superintendent, curriculum coordinators, the EPS, principals and assistant principals, coordinators, the teachers. What are the functions of an instructional leader? Some key elements of instructional leadership include: number 1, prioritization. Teaching and learning must be at the top of the priority list on a consistent basis. Scientifically based instruction. Instructional leaders must be well informed on instruction in order to assist in the selection and implementation of instructional materials and to monitor implementation. Leaders' participation in professional development sessions will help them remain informed and will provide a focus for monitoring. The third function is to focus on alignment of curriculum, instruction, assessment, and standards. If student achievement is the goal and that goal is measured by standards-based assessments, the curriculum, instruction, and assessments all must be aligned with the standards. The fourth function is the data analysis. In their focus on improving achievement, effective leaders use multiple sources of information to assess performance. Decisions at all levels must be based on pertinent data. Data is used to help school leaders become more effective instructional leaders and to make decisions regarding policy and curriculum. School leaders can use data to help guide the instructional focus and professional development of teachers. The fifth function of an instructional leader is the culture of continuous learning for adults. His effective instruction is a skill that can never be perfected. All teachers can benefit from additional time and support to improve their instruction. Leaders that maintain learning as a priority will provide released time for teachers to attend relevant training. So that is why sometimes our principal will encourage us to attend trainings, because trainings, we can learn so much from this training, from those trainings, and we can use these trainings on our professional development. They will follow up by monitoring and providing the support that sustains the new learning. What are the roles of the instructional leader? First is prioritizing. Decades of research confirm that those principals who place academics as a priority experience increased student achievement. This is according to Bartel of 1990, Cotton of 2000, Johnson and Asira of 1999, Short and Spencer of 1990. With instructional improvement at the top of the prioritized list, principals have the power to organize so that those main concerns, these are improved primary grade reading instruction, are addressed. Principals can arrange instructional schedules, set aside time for grade level teams to meet, provide release time for teachers to attend professional development, then monitor progress and implementation to ensure that scientifically based instruction implemented school-wide. Another role of an instructional leader is aligning. Principals must impart upon teachers the importance of aligning curriculum, instruction, and assessment to the standards. The principal must also guide teachers in effective alignment practices. Study groups or departmental meetings can be established with the expectation that teachers will work together to interpret the standards, study the scope and sequence of the curriculum, share effective instructional strategies, examine released assessment items, and analyze student work to determine instructional effectiveness. The third role is assessing. The principal plays a key role in selection of school-wide assessment instruments. The administration, scoring, reporting, and appropriate use of assessment data should be stressed by the school leader as a critical element of increased student achievement. Principals should regularly analyze student achievement data to inform decisions regarding policy, programs, and professional development. Teachers may need guidance to effectively administer, score, interpret, and analyze the data, and also to utilize the data in making instructional changes. The principal also is responsible for ensuring that the teachers receive the guidance they require. So that is why sometimes the teachers, kapin pa ang principal mula distrikta, medyo maulaw o kanang duol sa principal, but ang sakto jud is we are going to ask assistance or guidance from our principal. The next role is monitoring. So, monitoring will ensure that the school's curriculum is implemented with fidelity and that any instructional changes actually occur driven by data. Once data are analyzed and the school staff understands what implications the data have for instruction, instructional decisions are made. The principal follows up by asking questions, visiting classrooms, and reviewing subsequent data to guarantee instructional changes are occurring and progress is being made. So this time the principal will take some observation, then evaluation, moad to each room o each teacher mangutana kung unsay kabahin sa ilahang pagtudlos mga bata or unsay results sa ilahang mga exams. Principals should follow the advice of the old adage, don't expect what you don't inspect. Okay, so if the principal did not inspect kung unsay o wala po nag-monitor kung unsay gibuhat sa iyang teacher, so di po siya mag-expect na ang teacher gatinarong, but naaman dyan teacher bisag dili pa bisitahon sa principal gatinarong jud siya. So basta as a teacher, just like me, I will just do my job religiously. Okay. If instructional changes are not inspected, leaders should not expect improvements. Okay, of course. Let us say, for example, ang principal is not particular with the classroom arrangement or the results for the exams of the teacher, bisan teacher made test lang. Kung wala ga monitor ang principal, so di siya kabalo kung unsa nay status aning mga bata within the teacher. Another role is learning. As the school leader works to improve student achievement, the principal collaborates with teachers on alignment, instruction, and assessment issues. So, muna na akong istorya ganina. So, offers constructive feedback and support to teachers. Principals have an obligation to be well informed about the professional development teachers are receiving. So the principals also have the authority or the responsibility na ang iyang teacher mo improve, mo ma-promote. So iya pud na nga responsibility. Providing teachers time for professional growth and personally attending those professional development sessions reinforces the principal's conviction in the positive aspects of a continuous learning environment. So, the principal will encourage the teachers na dili mo stop o ganang schooling to improve herself or himself para ma-promote. Kay nowadays, dili na jud ma-promote ang teachers kung wala tay mga masteral o uban pa. Di pud ta kinahanglan pud kaayo nga mo train ta og mga trainings. Mo-attend tag mga trainings. What are the characteristics of instructional leadership? First one is learning-centered or learner-centered. Learning-centered. Learning for both students and adults, and learning which is measured by improvement in instruction and in the quality of student learning. The second characteristic is must reside with a team of leaders of which the principal serves as the leader of leaders. Of course, she or he is the principal, he must be the leader. But nowadays, ang principal mag-train pud og maestra, mga mura pud maoy mo mahimong leader. Not necessarily nga siya na po'y principal. Siya ra gyud mura gi-train nira nga mahimo siyang leader. The third one is a culture of public practice and reflective practice is essential for effective instructional leadership and the improvement of instructional practice. The fourth characteristic is addresses the cultural, linguistic, socio-economic, and learning diversity in the school community. Next, focuses upon the effective management of resources and of people recruiting, hiring, developing, and evaluating, particularly in changing environment. What are the activities of instructional leadership? They cited in Plath 1989 by Cruz found that certain instructional leadership activities could be grouped together, and they are presented in the following four categories. The first one is goal emphasis. Set instructional goals, high expectations, and focus on student achievement. Second is coordination and organization. Work for effectiveness and efficiency. Power and discretionary decision making. Secure resources. Generate alternatives. Assist and facilitate to improve the instructional program. Then, human relations. Deal effectively with staff, parents, community, and students. So, we must deal with the parents. Tarungon na tugdala ang mga parents. And the stakeholders as well. And also the community. And most of all, the students. Because, mao sila'y atuang at mao sila'y maoy maduol nato or gadala nato sa ato ang eskwelahan. Effective instructional leaders, according to Glickman of 1990, is knowledge-based, effective schools literature, research on effective speaking, awareness of your own educational philosophy and beliefs, administrative development, change theory, knowledge of curriculum theory, or core curriculum. This is task. This is to supervise, to evaluate the instruction, staff development, curriculum, group development, action research, positive school climate, school and community. The third one is skills. Interpersonal skills, communication skills, people, decision making, application, problem solving or conflict management, technical, goal setting, assessing and planning, observing, and research. According to Bamberg and Andrews of 1990, effective instructional leaders have a vision for the organization that is clearly focused upon desired outcome, that is ensuring academic excellence. So wala man jud tay laing aim, academic excellence. Communicate that vision to everyone connected with the organization to obtain support for it. Provide or obtain the resources needed to accomplish the vision, that is materials, informations, or opportunity. Manage oneself so the above can occur. An effective instructional leader is a resource provider that marshals personnel and resources to achieve a school's mission and goals, and is knowledgeable about curriculum and instruction. An instructional resource that sets expectations for continual improvement of instructional program and actively engages in staff development and encourages the use of different instructional strategies. An effective instructional leader is an effective communicator also that models commitment to school goals, articulates a vision of instructional goals and the means for integrating instructional planning and goal attainment, and sets and adheres to clear performance standards for instruction and teacher behavior. A visible presence that visits classrooms, attends departmental or grade level meetings, is accessible to discuss matters dealing with instruction, is an active participant in staff development. Okay, so we need, or as a teacher teacher pa man, as a teacher, uh, malipay pud baya ko nga mo visit ang akong principal sa ako ang classroom. Then, malipay pud da nga during sa mga activities na apod ang principal. But karon murag busy na kayo ang principal panagsarabyod makit-an sa eskwelahan because sa daghan kaayo nga trainings. Kung wala pa'y COVID, so daghan pa dyan kay training. But karon gani bisad na COVID, the webinar manggani gihapon. But sige lang, sabton lang kay mao mangyud ang ato ang panahon karon para pod ma-improve sila or mas moayo pag sila pagka-leader. How do we know that schools are instructionally effective? First, they have clear, focused mission. Although all schools adopt multiple goals, the goals to ensure academic excellence and to educate all students are non-negotiable in instructionally effective schools. Strong instructional leadership by the principal, high expectations for students and staff, frequent monitoring of student progress, a positive learning climate, parent or community involvement, and emphasis upon student attainment of basic skills. Helen temporarily contends that if principals are going to lead teacher learning and development, they must know their class of teachers. They need to know what teachers already know and do well, and when teachers need to learn. They also need to learn and do what makes a difference to teacher learning and student learning. Principals learn to lead teacher learning and development when they themselves undertake a process of cycles of inquiry for leadership learning. That would be all. That ends my report. Thank you and good day.